Let's say you finally set up your website and you got into a content publishing groove. Now you want to increase the authority and credibility of your page, reach higher ranks in search results, and boost traffic to your website. All of this can be done using link building, but how link building works for you depends a lot on when you actually start to roll it out. That's why today I'm gonna cover 4 signs that you and your company are ready to start link building. And make sure you stick around to the end because I'm also gonna show you some great ways to get started with the process. 1, you have something worth linking to. The best way to get backlinks is to create the most valuable content on any given subject, to create content so good that people will actually want to link to you. You don't need to have a blog with dozens of 1,000-word articles, and you don't need to have sold your product or service hundreds of times. You just need something valuable. There might be value in a really thoroughly researched blog post you did, or an infographic you put together with great data, or an online tool or calculator that you built. Ultimately, when you start to reach out to websites asking them to link to you, you need to create content that benefits them. You need to have a link that's relevant to their content, and it needs to address the point they're trying to make in a given blog post. If you do this right, you'll be able to secure links on credible, successful sites that are relevant to your industry. Here's an example from a previous job I had. I published a blog post about ski-related Zoom backgrounds, and the Washington Post happened to do an article on travel-related Zoom backgrounds, and they linked to my post. As a news site, the Washington Post has high domain or website authority. And because I put in the time to make sure my content was relevant and high quality, they saw it as valuable, so they linked to it. 2, you've optimized content production. Let's say your site is new and you're still a 1 to 2 person show. You're wearing many hats. You're maintaining your website, writing content, sourcing images, and publishing. If that's the case, get those processes under your belt first. Think about the link building later. But what you can do in the meantime is think about how others may perceive your website. Since link building requires reaching out to people, they're gonna look at your website before deciding whether or not to link to it. Ask yourself, is it clear what your website is about? Does your website have a good user experience? And is your content readable? If it's unclear what your website is about, or if there's a poor user experience, like if there are too many widgets, it doesn't render on mobile, or if the text layout is hard to read, it might be off-putting to them. Once you've mastered content production, you'll really set yourself up for successful link building. 3, you change your URL or rebrand. Particularly if you have an older site with lots of content and you change your URL or rebrand your site, you may want to revisit your existing backlinks. Be sure to do a backlinks audit, like from a tool from Ahrefs or Moz, to make sure you have a list of all the affected links. This will help you prioritize which links to rebuild because you'll have a list of the most popular links and the most influential sites linking to your content. Of course, redirects will help, but it's pretty common to run into issues with those, and the new links won't always redirect right away. Doing the outreach to replace your links will be a good way to support your new URL and preserve your link equity. 4, you're in a competitive niche or need faster results. Whether you are new to a competitive niche or you're an existing player, link building will benefit you. The same applies if you need faster SEO results. But before you start link building, set your expectations and align them with your overall goals. When it comes to SEO, your competitors are going after the same keywords as you. But these aren't always the people who are selling the same product as you. Let's look at Fitbit's competitors. Apple Watch, Garmin, Samsung probably all spring to mind. But a quick peek in Ahrefs shows that from a keyword and content perspective, their competitors are nutrition and food tracking companies, Nutritionix and Calorie King. In this graph, blue represents the keywords unique to Fitbit, and yellow represents the keywords unique to their competitors. The green bar represents the intersection of those keywords, where Fitbit or their competitors may want to close the gap. 2 ways for Fitbit to close that gap and increase ownership of those shared keywords would be to improve their existing content that ranks for those shared keywords and do some link building. But let's go back to overall goals. Does Fitbit even care about taking more keywords from nutrition companies? Probably not. Not all brands make it their goal for their content to rank #1 in search. They may put more of their resources into other marketing areas, like brand recognition, paid advertising, PR, and sales. As you evaluate your keyword competitors, think about how your content drives your business goals. If you need to take traffic from your competitors in order to increase sales, you may want to be more aggressive with your content and link building strategies. Getting started with link building. So let's say you're thinking, okay, I've got these 4 things down and I'm ready to get serious about link building. Getting started can feel daunting, so I thought I would share some of the ways that we do link building for our clients here at Growth Machine. Reach out to relevant websites. When we do link building for our clients, we reach out only to websites that are most relevant to our client. If you plan to do your own link building outreach, start out with a short list of the most relevant websites that would most benefit from linking to your content. The skyscraper technique. This is Backlinko's famous technique. How does it work? Find link-worthy content, create something better, and then reach out to those website owners who link to that content that you made a better version of. Guest posts. Identify sites whose content is relevant to yours, think critically about what you uniquely can write, and then pitch them on a post. If you give a tailored pitch, which you should, then most sites will be happy for the free high-quality content. Broken link building. This is just how it sounds. Search for broken links with a tool like Dead Link Checker or Ahrefs Broken Link Checker. Find the sites that are linking to those broken links, and then reach out to them to have them replace it with yours. Resource pages, best of lists, and other roundup content. The best way for you to try this tactic is to keep up with editorial content that's related to your niche and not be shy whenever you find a relevant opportunity. Let's say you have a food site. It'd be wise to keep up with sites like BuzzFeed Food or Foodbeast that create a roundup or listicle type content. Then reach out when there's an opportunity. What do you have to lose? Pitching to reporters. Using platforms like Help a Reporter Out is still a great way to pitch to reporters at scale. Reporters are waiting for requests, so you know that you're sending content to people who are expecting it. Other ways to pitch reporters are to keep up with the ones that are relevant to your niche and send them a personal note whenever you have content that's relevant to them. Reporters are always looking for credible sources to cite, so if you've created original, factual content, it will be likelier to get that link placement. Doing all this outreach and optimizing your content will take time and effort, but I promise you it'll be worth it. Because if you follow the advice in this video, your link building will become a positive feedback loop. The more links you have, the more you'll continue to get. And the better quality backlinks you get, the more you'll build momentum for your site. Links equals traffic equals authority equals sales equals more links equals more traffic equals more authority equals more sales. Cue right off into the sunset, happy ending outro. Also, I want to know how you knew your site was ready for link building, so leave a comment below sharing your experience. And of course, if you want any kind of help with link building for your site, just reach out. We'd be happy to help. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.